whoever's watching this, Siobhan, and today I'm going to be doing my N.E.W.T.s 2019 TBR. I'm so excited. Okay, I have my Ravenclaw t-shirt on, so let's just get started. This is the thing is set up. I've got my house colours up here, and then I did all the house colours there. But I ended up choosing Cursebreaker. I was going to do the librarian, but I decided to try something probably, if I were in that world, out of my comfort zone. So I decided just to go with Cursebreaker because it sounded fun. I'm going to only do the prompts for that career, but if I do finish all 12 that I need to do, I will go back and watch the announcement video, which will be linked in the description, and see what other ones I would like to try. But I don't know if I'll be able to get that far. I'm hoping to do all 12, the ones that I need to do, so hopefully. The first one is Ancient Ruins, and to pass that I need to get Outstanding, so I need to do all 3. For Acceptable is a book recommended by a friend, and a lot of people have said to try Bird Box by Josh Malerman, so I'm finally going to read it. A lot of people like it, especially Kayla from Books and Lala. I think she gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, so I'll give it a go. So I'm going to try it. For Exceeds Expectations, it's a book written in past tense. I did ask about this, and apparently a lot of books are written in past tense. So I did check the synopsis, and it seems to be, so I'm hoping. It's The Dinner by Herman, it's either Koch or Coach, I'm not entirely sure how you say it. That's just about their kids have done something really bad, and they're at this, like, the parents are at a meal, and they're trying to figure out who was responsible and stuff like that. So it's like a thriller inside of like a restaurant. So I presume it would be like fast paced because it's like in a set time frame, I guess, maybe, I'm hoping. For Outstanding, it's a book that has been under TBR for ages, and a lot of people have read this by now, but I still haven't. It's The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Yeah, I still have not read that. I've actually watched the film though, but I didn't know it was a book until I joined BookTube, so I'm finally going to get to it. For Arithmancy, I also need to get an Outstanding to pass. So for Acceptable, it's a book that ends on an even page number, and on Goodreads I did double check that this does end in an even number. Any books that I don't hold up physically, I will put a picture for here, because I don't have with me. So this is for a book that ends on an even page number. It's The Walking Dead Psychology by Travis Langley. It's just about if the characters were really, what kind of psychosis they would have being in the world for that long. So I'm hoping it's good because I'm obsessed with The Walking Dead, so can't wait to get to that. For Exceeds Expectations, and it's to read a standalone. I don't have it. It's Elizabeth is Missing by Emma Healy. I did start this a while ago, in the towards the start of the year, but I never finished it. I got like a few chapters in and then ended up having to do something else. I think it was because the owls were starting and I couldn't fit that book into any of the prompts, so that's why. So I'm gonna try and read it. It's like a cozy mystery type thing. For Outstanding, it's a book that is longer than 350 pages. And I'm gonna do Force of Nature by Jane Harper. I just finished The Dry by her, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So I'm really excited to get to this now. I can't really say anything about this one because it is the sequel, so I will link my vlog that I mentioned, The Dry, in the description, so you can go check that out and see what I thought about it and what it's about, basically, if if you're interested. You don't have to. For charms, I do need to get an acceptable, so I only technically need to read one book to pass charms. For acceptable, a book that you think has a gorgeous cover. Again, I don't have. It's Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. This will be a reread. I read this last year. It was I don't know if it's my favourite book of last year, but it was the most meaningful book that I read last year. It was on a recommendation from my sister to read Cecilia Ahern, so I'm glad I did. For Exceeds Expectations, again, I don't have to do the last two, but I'm going to try. It's read a comic, graphic novel, or manga, and if you can't do that, read a book written under 150 pages. But I do have a manga with me, so that's fine. I have Spice and Wolf Volume 3. I read Volume 2 for the Book Junkie Trials and Medieval-a-thon, so I can't wait to get to Volume 3. I kind of can't really say much. It's about this travelling merchant that finds a wolf god to protect crops and stuff, and they're travelling to a certain place. He's helping her get there, basically. Yeah, there's like different like adventures in each one, and I really do like it. It unfortunately is an explicit one, so but it's good so far. For Outstanding, Spongify, A Softening Charm, read a paperback book. This is the last physical book that I have with me. It's Two Can Keep a Secret. For the owls, I did read One of Us is Lying, and I ended up giving that a 4 stars, I think. It was either 4 or 5 stars. It was a surprise. So I'm looking forward to reading this one by Karen McManus. For Defense Against the Dark Arts, I need an Exceeds Expectations to pass. So I only need to do 2 for this one. Again, I'm going to try and do all 3. For Acceptable, a book that is black under the dust jacket. And the only hardback I had with me was grey under the dust jacket. So I couldn't read that, and I've already read it. So I am actually going to go into the forbidden section and swap it for Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell. So I have watched JD rereads talk about this this series or this author so often, so it's got me interested. For Exceeds Expectations, Gilderoy's Memory Charm. Quick, grab a pen. First book that you remember just now from your TBR. That's the one that you'll be reading. And when I watched the announcement video, I wrote down You by Caroline Kepnes. I've been trying to read this book for months and I still haven't done it. So hopefully this will be like the last ditch attempt at actually reading the damn book. What I listened to it on script on audiobook. What I've listened to of it is actually good and creepy though, but it's good. For Outstanding, Cornish Pixies, Nasty Little Buggers. Swat it away with a book written by an English author or set in England. And I'm going to read The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor. I have that on overdrive. I'm hoping that nobody is going to take it out by the time I need to read it. Hopefully I might end up starting with Defense Against the Dark Arts just so I can make sure I can read it in time. Again, if I finish all 12 of these, I will go and recheck the announcement video and see what other ones I can do. But any other than these 12 is a bonus for me, basically. I'm hoping I can do it because I did do all 12 of the prompts for the owls in April, so here's hoping. So I will talk to you in the next video. My Twitter and Instagram are in the description as always. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.